The corner, the corner, the corner. Hey, welcome. Come on into Cousin Ed's Corner. This podcast is where you'll find real, authentic conversation, organic conversation, unscripted, unfiltered conversation, like you're home with your cousin. It's all about life. It's about finance. It's about spirituality. It's about love and everything in between. I'm your host, Cousin Ed. I'm excited to bring you along on this journey. So sit back and listen in as we dive into a wide range of topics. I have some diverse guests coming on with an array of thoughts and opinions. My goal is to create a space all for us to connect and communicate. It's not really about me. It's about the community as a whole. Let's enjoy it. Let's sit back. Let's think about our past. Let's move into our future. It's about the corner, the corner, the corner. So no matter how you cut it or slice it, we're all here together. I'm just here to give you a piece of my heart, my mind, my soul, and my mentals. So sit back, relax, and enjoy another episode of Cousin Ed's Corner. The corner, the corner, the corner. What's going on, fam? What's going on, fam? It's your boy, Cousin Ed. Yes, indeed, another wind down Wednesday here at Cousin Ed's Corner. So welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Thank you, far too kind for all of the text messages, all of the emails, all of the DMs. Gotta say thank you. Gotta say thank you. Without you, I don't know where this show would be, but it allows me a chance to sit down and just enjoy time with y'all. So thank you. So I'm not going to stay long on this show. I was having a conversation with one of my old roommates from college. And in this season of kids going back to school, we were reminiscing about us first meeting and, becoming roommates and everything else. So I said I use this time just to wind down and have a little bit of story time and tell you a little bit more about myself. So you hear all the stories about me, a little bit more about myself, and maybe some of you may know it, some may not. It may be a repeat, but it's just a little story time. So imagine this kid coming out of Brooklyn, New York, right? I was I'm not gonna say I was okay in New York so far as basketball, right? I was okay. I was known throughout the city. I played for one of the top teams in the city. And I came down to Georgia. You can hear it now, Georgia. I came down to Georgia and met a coach, and he said he wanted me to come down to his school. This guy only seen me play ball at a gym. For everybody in Atlanta, I know run and shoot. He saw me play ball and run and shoot. He was like, hey, man, you can come down and you can, come down and start probably at our school. So I was impressed. I'm like, okay, you know what? I want to get out of New York. I want to, enjoy the sun. I loved Atlanta at the time. It was a little bit south of Atlanta. I said, okay, I can do that. So I came down to school in South Georgia. And at the time, I didn't know what being a red shirt was, but it was late summer and they said, hey, we're going to bring you down. We already got, players in your position. We're going to red shirt you this year and next year be all yours. I didn't know what that meant, but for those who are parents or kids going through sports or somebody who already been through it themselves as an athlete, red shirt means you're not going to play this year. They're giving you, I had to look it up and see where red shirt came from, but they're giving you a year to develop and get better, right? So, like I just stated a minute ago, I'm coming from being someone known in New York City for basketball. Not a park I can go in, not a gym I can go in without somebody knowing who I was, right? Played on one of the top AAU teams for the country. Not to say anybody can't know who I was. Now, I wasn't, some of these top names, but everybody in the city knew me, right? So I decided to go down here to South Georgia, redshirting, and that first year was very, very difficult for me. Mentally, but back then we didn't think of mentally as a thing, right? So I'm fighting through it the whole time. But just, it has to be, physically playing a part on me too. I worked out to get bigger and stronger. I said, no one's going to stop me from next year, being able to play and being able to do the things that I thought I could do. So I'm working out, 2 times a day, trying to get myself ready for next year. So come to the end of that season, right? Season's over. We had a good year. Unfortunately, we got some controversy behind us and wasn't able to go to playoffs, anything like that. A head coach who brought me in gets fired over some conspiracies and things like that. So now I'm a freshman in school. I'm not even on a squad, and I have to wait and see who the new coach will be. Nothing against the players, but fairly good competition. We're rotating minutes throughout the year, but these are his kids that he wants to play, right? We make it to the conference finals. We win our conference. We go out to Tulsa, Oklahoma for NAIA. So everybody know who NCAA is. We go out for NAIA college championships. One of the best times of my life. I got a chance to meet Muhammad Ali. I had a chance to just travel with the team and get the sponsors and people in that state took care of us. It was a great time. Never forget it. We come back and the coach has our exit meeting with us. And he said, Ed, this is the honest truth. He said, Ed, for the price I'm paying for you, I can get 2 students. So I'm gonna give you some round, this is not what he said, right? I want to give everybody listening some round math. I'm paying $12,000 for you. I can get 2 in-state students for $6,000. That's basically what he was saying, right? $20,000, I can get 2 for 10. Whatever he was saying, to equal out of my scholarship. He says, so I'm going to give you in-state tuition prices and you have to cover the rest. So let's just say it was the $12,000 and the $6,000. That means that he was going to give me $6,000 and I got to cover the other $6,000 to stay in school. And I felt that I was good enough. I didn't need that. So fast forward, that summer I go and I start trying out for different teams, going to different camps. I was fortunate enough to find out about a camp up in Hagerstown, Pennsylvania. I went there and I once again showed who I was. I had 5 different scholarship offers at this time. I chose one that was closer to home this time. I was away from home for so long. I chose a school in Pennsylvania that was closer to home. And that's, how many years ago? That's 20 plus years ago, more than 20 plus years ago. So go to that school, coach loves me, play the first year, lots of minutes, doing well. The coach leaves the second year. I said, what the heck is going on? What deja vu is this? But luckily his assistant coach takes over and I have the next 3 years there, right? Next 2 years there. During that time, after my first year, I ended up getting hurt. So I got hurt my first year during the summer. No, it might have been my second year. Let me not lie. I think it's my second year I got hurt. Had a almost career-ending injury, which I had to have surgery on my ankle for. So I jumped up, came down, so my foot was under me. My ankle turned inside. Basically, the ball of your ankle hit the floor, and it was crazy. Fast forward, I come back my senior year, and most people are looking for me to do big things. I have a great senior year, and I have to decide now what's next, right? Do I want to pursue basketball any further, or do I want to pursue a career? No one told me about leaving school, going to the Air Force. No one told me about doing internships while I was at school, any of those things. So now I got to figure out a career coming out of coming out of college. Got my degree. I got to figure out, what am I going to do? I go back to Brooklyn after graduating. I'm riding through the streets and I get stopped by the cops. Now I done played ball all my life. I'm known through the city. I got my graduation just 2 weeks ago, get pulled over, and I hand the cop my license, and I also hand him my graduation card. And he's looking for guns and drugs and everything else. The guys I was with, none of us had anything, none of us smoked, anything like that. And just the threat of being locked up was enough for, especially myself, trying to get out of the city, trying to get back to Georgia so I can make a way. That's what really got me where I'm at. So being pushed to the limit, having to figure it all out, I think a lot of us, like I said, it's Wind Down Wednesday, but a lot of us want to wind down and give excuses, and you gotta push through. Gotta push through. At the end of the day, I did pretty well after leaving college. I am here today to talk to each of you and give you a little bit of motivation, but it made me a stronger man than I think it would ever have. So, love each and every one of y'all. Nothing you can do about it. It's your boy, Cousin Ed. I am out of here. Peace. Thank you for listening to Cousin Ed.